Slightly Scared, which is a takeoff from all the other silly programmes, but with one difference. He'll be doing his videos in France and I'll be doing my videos in England, and we're twins. Now I know Larry Roberts and his mate are doing it in America, but they haven't got the they've got a lot more knowledge than I have, and he has. So when I say fully dressed and slightly scared, I mean fully dressed and slightly scared. Now the idea is we've come out into the woods, out into the wild, and we're supposed to be walkers who have got lost. Now, I came out with a pair of gloves, a camera, an empty rucksack. I've got a pocket full of tissues, my keys, so I'll show you. This is my everyday carry. It's got a little bit of cordage on there, which is always on there, and just my keys. And my everyday carry, which is in my other pocket somewhere, which isn't really much hope, because it's 2 tin openers, a teeny weeny little torch, a baby compass which could probably get you lost, and I like to cut you more than you like to cut me with Victorinox. Because my god is it sharp. But no water bottle, nothing. I've got a flint and steel in my pocket, and it's absolutely softened. Look at it. Over there, next to the road that doesn't exist, there is a load of grass. See it? And I'm going to take a load of this and just see if I can get enough for a nest in my tinder. So, as I said, the scenario is we're walkers who have lost. We're trying to find our way out. We've got more lost, and as we've got more lost, we've decided to try and get ourselves out of it. Ow! Right, putting grass without gloves on is dangerous. Or silly, not dangerous. Right, this is soaking wet. Some of it's drier than other bits, so I'm going to strip that off. To better. And I'm going to start putting this stuff in my pocket. My inner pocket to dry off. Let's have a look, see what's down there. Because it's always fun. See what we can find. A telly. Some plastic sheeting. Not so good. Oh, look at that. A bit of wire. Keep that. Stick that in my pocket, I can use them later. Oh my lordy, there's a pair of size 7 wellies with polka dots. They're not hunters, are they? What size are those? 5. Oh, Love Life in Radole or something. They're nice wellies. I don't know why they've been thrown away over here. They could have gone to the thrift shop. What else there is? Sorry about this, guys. Put you out here again. Anyway, we found a piece of wire. Pair of wellies, size 5, size 12, not going to work. And yeah. Oh look, a couple of tin cans. Still got Coca-Cola in it. And the ring pull. You know what that wire's going to be used for, don't you? Dive through some undergrowth. I don't know why I didn't get one of these sticks before, they're bloody brilliant. A smashed down branch. We had some really bad weather last night. You can see up there where it's come from. You can see up there. Stop counting those pine boughs up. But anyway, there's a smashed branch up there. And this is what's left down below. fresh, but it's sticky. And I'll tell you what I'll do with these. I've used them before. I'll take a couple of those branches with the pine needle still on it, and I will add those to my sack. Still have my gather bag with me. That's exactly where I'd be adding it to. But so far I've got a tin can. I do with two tin cans really. One to boil in, and one for drinking out of. But a plastic bottle would be a really good find right now. There you go, guys. Not so easy to get your stuff into, but that one is a much bigger bottle. So we'll give that a wash, and we'll gather some water in a minute in the can, and we'll go and try and make a fire and boil all the water. Now so far I've got most of the ingredients I want for my fire, but what I haven't got is my water. Now I'm walking this trail, knowing that the nearest town I saw on the map before I got lost is like 15 miles away. I'm not sure what direction I'm facing, because I left my compass at home by mistake, and my phone battery's dead, and I haven't got a GPS. You say, stupid person, but how many people do actually go out into the woods like this? How many people just go, I'm just popping out, look at your phone, you go, well, I've got 30% left, or if I don't take too many photos, that'll do me. You get out into the woods, your phone dies, and you're stuck out there because you took 15 too many photos. Now I see lots of water. You see it? In the ditch. Now that's fresh rainwater, come off this peaty ground. It might not be a nice colour when you're drinking it, but I know there's no chemicals around here. But maybe in a minute I'll set up, change over, we'll fill up some water bottles, maybe 2 water bottles, one dirty, one clean, and we'll sort that out. Right, talk to you in a minute. Alright guys, just went down here into this little pool, which is right here, and I filled up the bottle halfway. And what I'm going to do is let's sterilise that can with heat and water. I've just washed the can out. I'm going to give it another wash again because it's get the gunk off it, to be honest. And I'm not washing it to disinfect it. Oh, my voice went all low then, did you hear that? I'm washing it because just to get the particles out. Any large particles, I want them out. See, the only thing in my bag, a pair of gloves, what I just collected. Just found that, which is not to be used because it was in my pack already, and if I want another stick, pattern stick, I'm going to have to get it and make it, because you can see that it's already been pre-made. That was something from out of the garden, I didn't realise that was with me. Now, you can see loads of big old trails. What we want is somewhere with a small path. I know where that path leads to. It leads to the park, the play area over the other side. I didn't have time to go out in the wild today and disappear for hours. So I came to my favourite little bit of playland, and Came to my favourite at Playland, and I'm hoping with this new stick it's not so bouncy, it's nice and fluid. Now this over here is facing into the wind that's coming from down there, which is why when you look at it, it's a lot drier. It's got a bit of rainwater on top. I'll come off the path because I just ran into a group of bison, also known as the local Labrador Walking Club. So I've just, oh look, you can see that down there. Deer poo, lots of it. It's been kicked around a bit as well. There's a bit more down there. There's a deer footprint there, just in the hollow, see it? Another one there, where they've come over. It's been stood here having a poop. So, I'm as naked and, or fully dressed and afraid goes, I was fully dressed and scared. Let's get the right terminology here. Right. Goes. I'm feeling a little bit more confident. I've now got a container to cook with, and a container to carry water with once it's been sterilised, with 2 or 3 lots of boiling water in it. Leave the boiling water in there, give it a good shake, and it should just clean out any dirt or anything that was in there. I mean, if it's been sat there long enough, the UV rays will have done it, but it's winter and it could have been there from yesterday, so anyway. Coming off piste as it were, and still got that piece of birch, fern, finding loads of dry twigs for my little fire. And lots of little bits of grass as well, and fern. The grass, I'm hoping, got a dryness about it. Right up close in the middle. Got some dry spines. Got dry wood. I don't want it to, because it cracks, I don't want it. And the idea is to light a small fire and just get the fire going, because any smoke, the idea is to get, see that? Yeah, I've been digging in the pines and stuff for something to eat. And the primroses are coming up. The primorosa, the primulas, that kind of thing. But these are brilliant woods. Loads of footprints from deer, and the trees here are always in a state of decline. It is managed, but I don't know what they do with it. Sorry. Testing my luck with a bit of fat wood. I'm just gonna, it's a bit of a more dead stuff that could be useful. Over there, dry grass and stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hide myself behind a stand of fern. And find somewhere to sit down. It's clean and comfortable. No, really, clean and comfortable. Has to be clean and comfortable. Comfortable anyway, not bothered about clean. I am wearing my good trousers, so. Look at that. See that? Don't know what it's out here, but it is. Plastic sacking. Oh, looks like a pair of underwear. Ooh, interesting. Plastic sacking underwear. What could you do? Now, in a minute, when I get a chance, there's a type of tree in these woods that are all over there, you might be able to see behind me, that I might be taking use of in a second, because their bark, and let me give it away then, the birch bark burns all the time. Not there with it. Put my arm on the other side. Sorry about that, guys. Bit of a stream to jump over there. I managed it. I'm still coming deeper into the woods. This looks soggy tissues. Now, finding soggy tissues, wonder where you put your feet. I don't know what I'm going to say. This little bit, but we'll have to sit with a knife and peel off all the good stuff from my tinder bundle. Otherwise, it might not work. Right. I think the path's gone off at an angle. I'm going to head this way. Let you look out for a moment till I find somewhere I want to sit down. I think I found it. Can you see it? There it is. There you go. Right. So it's a nice place. What I was trying to show you was this tree stump I just found. Like I said, it is forested around here, so take my tackles. Should have brought that plastic bag on. Would have been cleaner than the log, I can tell you. But hey ho. Right. In my pack, I have got something to sit on, which is a pair of British Army inner mittens, slightly thermal, so keep my arm from getting too cold, which is all I'm worried about really. I wonder if I can do that with my tap lid. Oh. I feel like 51 Foxy now. Where is the other camera? It's down there, is it? So I'll just look in the middle of the screen. That's it. Now, nobody said how to use your monopod as a tripod when you're in the woods on your own. So that's rather easy, isn't it? I have to do that with it. That ain't gonna work, is it? How about I get 2 sticks, we get up and do that. Right, back in the set. There you go. Through the loop, with a piece of wire, tied on. What I'm going to do now is put some water in there and get this ready for when the fire starts. And it sounds weird, but I'm not going to build a tripod. I'm just going to hold it. Now, there's no grass or anything in there, it's just on the outside of the bottle, so. Right, okay, that's full. One or two of those other little mini water bottles I could have picked up, but I didn't. But I've gone for the bigger bottle. Alright. If you were in the wild, you would camp up next to the stream. Obviously, the water's there, all that stuff is there, ready to be burnt, to make the water, to fill the bottle up, to sterilise it. But that's basically just a demonstration, basically, that if you go out into the wilds, you will find human litter. Because this is woods, this is Forestry Commission woods. It's not a local park in some inner city. This is proper woods, where they forest and they take trees down and they replant stuff and whatever. So you will find the bad stuff, the human waste, dropping stuff, got you there, and spoiling your countryside. So I tried this before with Bracken, and I found if I didn't really destroy it first and really scrunch it up and give it a good kicking, it wouldn't work. I really got to really open up the fibres, but then I have to be careful I'm not dropping the fibres, so it's all technical. I'm going to take these lovely dry pine needles that were dropped by that sacrificial tree, and I'm going to scrunch that up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some bracken and some grass to hold it as a tinder bundle. So, I've got to remember, in my pocket, I took some grass, just stuck it in there, didn't I? So, this is feeling a lot better. I know this because the outside of my pocket is now down. So, in there. It's running outside. Right, as soon as this light's right, I am putting it out because dog walkers abound. Okay? That's my little nest in there, all nice and dry. Okay? I've tied it off with a nice bit of that grass. Just wondering if you're able to weave that grass into cordage. See what she's like in a minute. Alright, so I've tied it off. So it's a baby doll now. Right? See everybody holding it. That's the way I do it. Right? Then I get all those small pine sticks that I collected from the trees. Because these are my next one. These are the ones that are pencil inside thickness. Right. As I'm doing this, it's trying to rain on me again. So, Hampshire's got a severe weather warning for heavy rain and strong winds today. So, being in the middle of an old pine forest might not be such a good idea. So, got my little sticks and a pine, and they will burn off that point. Now, two sets of steps, right? This is the first one, this is the second. We are not creating a fire. This is just a demonstration. Now, in the middle of that little tinder bundle, I'm going to put some Surefire. Now Surefire, it's just little bits of silver birch. So coming off this piece of silver birch. I could do with what I've got, but if you're in the northeastern, or is it the northeastern woodlands, silver birch is going to be a plenty. If you're in California or something like that, the pine needles, the brackens, the ferns, I think that's more prevalent, but I'd have to find out when I get there. In the desert, of course, you've got problems, but you should be able to find dry grasses and smooch them up into a powder your tin and your tinder will tell you. So, there you go. Right? I've got a little bit there. You know, just the good stuff, the dry stuff. And like I said, I'm just processing it in my hand, doing a good going over. So there's a bit of dust, a bit of tinder, and now it looks like that. And that is going into my nest. Right? Now my nest goes back on top of those sticks, keep it off the floors. Wait till the water comes in, or the hot rain, or whatever you want to do. We get our 5 stick. So this way is about £1. Right? It's not like I've got 4 lots of rubber bands on the outside to keep it sharp. Steve says, okay, he says, can you do it with friction fire? No, because I don't know how to do friction fire. It's a good thing to know, it's a good thing to learn, I just don't know how to use it. And look, even though I've got char cloth and a bit of chert and a fire, that is not the best chert in the world. I've just noticed. I've taken out the good bits for a demonstration at Scouts the other week, and I have not put them back. Oops. So we're going to try our hardest. Right? This might be a failure. We might be sleeping in the cold tonight in a branch that's been thrown over all these pine needles and boughs and, you know, made into a lean-to. So I've just got to find a piece on hand that will strike first. That was lucky. And I'm just going to duplicate that while the rain's coming in. No, so far. Oh, let's try the other file. This is my favourite. Yeah, happy old fire. Right, now before she burns the hand off here, put her in the bundle. Alright? More char cloth burning through, more chance of it lighting. Now, it might just fall down on me, but I'm hoping I can do it. Right, come up here. I've blown it out. That didn't work, so unfortunately kids I'm blown out on that dry stuff, but then kids are going out. So what I have to do is retie the bundle because obviously it's not working. Don't forget, we don't actually want a fire, which is why I haven't built a fire day. See what I say? If in doubt, see the smoke? That does the dog walkers and the woodlands that you're playing single colours. So, like I say, I think if we had actually got that to light, Sorry, not get to light. If we'd never been able to have it up properly, we would have been able to. Suppose that. Put a load of wet stuff on the top of it and hide where we've been. And write down on my list of things to do when I get home. Put some decent flint in the bloody fire box. Because that was a long time of smashing my fingers with the fire. Not much effort out of it. But the other thing is, it's windy, it's blowing the sparks cold, or cooler, so not the best. But it lit. We got fire lay. If we'd had a fire lay, so it would have gone. But I don't like fires where we're not supposed to have fires. That video has been done many a time at Scout Camp. And in the back garden. But I think what we'll do is on the way out here today is we'll just fill the pack up. Now the good thing about boiling that water, imaginary, in my tin can and my piece of wire. By the way, I'm keeping up a piece of wire for future use. I can pour my water over my fire to put it out. I will also carry my rubbish out and any rubbish I see on the way, because I can put it in the bin a lot easier than these people can, because obviously they don't want to. So we're just tidying up now, put the stuff away. Got a piece of flint that's too big for my tin, so I changed it over for the small one. I'm just going to put it on the grinder and take another ½ inch off. You could say buy another tin, but I don't need to. I just take ½ an inch off with the grinder, which is why I have 4 plastic rubber bands. I say plastic bands for a moment. There you go. Do you know what? I really like this tripody thing for when you're walking. Not so much for when you're sat down. So, I mean, you can do all that. And what I might do is start having it in my pack now and make my way out. So, naked and afraid. The idea was to get a container, Diet Coke can. Right, you're going to be able to boil 330 millilitres of water at a time, but if you're sat by the fire overnight, or a couple of days or 3 days, you can keep yourself hydrated. You can even fill your bottle up while you're there. So we've got a litre bottle. There's only 3 tins to fill that, really. And we're going to use that on the fire as well. I know what you're thinking. You're going to walk out of there. No, car park's about a mile up the road. And the idea was just to do a quick video. Sorry about the shakiness. Is that better? Just putting the lid on the bottle. So, kit. Knife. The knife protrudes out a little bit. If you've got it in your hands, and you've got a piece of silver birch, or you've got a piece of cedar or something, or fatwood, you can scrape down it. Because I put a 90-degree spine on the back of my knife with the grinder. Most of my knives I've actually done that sometimes, because a lot of them at the shop do not have 90 degrees, they're rounded off, so. Compass. Mini button compass, any use? Yeah. General direction. It came in the woods facing southwest and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You want to find your way out, you find southwest. Right, you're going that way. Keep walking until you find the road. Bottles, trash, humans. We're not tidy, are we? I try not to throw anything away without going where it's supposed to be. Oh, Tesco sparkling peach and passion fruit water. God, it makes me want some peach and passion fruit right now. I was going to end up with pine needles. Not so bad. Tin. Always keep something on you. A lighter, a ferro rod, and practice your dirt time. They call it dirt time. I don't like calling it dirt time because I don't like dirt. But practice your survival skills, practice your bushcraft skills, practice your scout skills, whatever you want to call them, practice it. So my EDC is teeny, and it actually clips into my car keys. I've got my tin in my pocket. Other people are proficient with a ferro rod. I'm not. I don't know why. I'm just rubbish with it. Other people prefer a lighter. And some people are really, really good with a bow drill and a hand drill and everything else. I've never had the experience and I'm too fat, so it's not going to happen. So, as I said, these can go in my pack now, in an empty pocket. They can get carried out of here. And I might actually use them in another video. Who knows? If you see a peach bottle and tin can with a piece of blue wire turn up, you know where I got them from. So, yeah. Just here, watching the trees sway with the high winds that are coming in. And luckily the rain is staying up and over, not coming down. This is me with my new stick. I like it. You can't hear me over there, but I like my stick. Old man getting up. Say old, I'm 43. I just feel old. Right, so, warm waterproof. Now I think Steve said I had to make a shelter with my waterproof. But to be honest, right,